Chapter 253. The divine tree gently descended, silently observing and waiting. It landed precisely where the building had just been blown away moments ago, trying to discern if there was any difference between the wind here and at Misty Mountain. As for Yule, it appeared his injuries were severe, as he continuously coughed up blood, muttering that the figure was coming, that mutated tree was approaching. The divine tree smirked cunningly, aware that the elite humans were beginning to notice his presence. He was anticipating a more enthusiastic welcome. Yule struggled to stand before the meeting, announcing the situation. Immediately, the experts below were horrified, uncertain of the divine tree's intentions. Could it be that the tree was aiming to seize this floating fortress? Xiao Ling hid a sly smile, feeling a sense of schadenfreude. The female knight, a super warrior who had achieved the unity of man and sword, was sweating profusely. Her soul sword was trembling, and Yalian felt a chill down his spine, unable to understand why he felt such immense pressure, as if a mountain were crushing him. An overwhelming presence was oppressing everyone's spirit, not just his own. Meanwhile, the warrior stared at the crucifix, sensing a divine reminder of the impending danger. Yule raised his head and resolutely declared, "Let's go meet that guy." As soon as these words left his mouth, the crowd below was stunned. The divine tree stood atop a tall pillar, his face showing displeasure. Finally, that guy had arrived. It was commendable that he had come in person and even brought many followers along. As Yalian approached within 100 meters of the divine tree, he immediately felt himself shrink to the size of an ant. The terrifying power was mercilessly suppressing every living being's presence in the area. Yalian broke out in a cold sweat, desperately wanting to leave. A super warrior from the Federal China mocked him, saying, "Weren't you so arrogant just a moment ago?" Yalian gritted his teeth, unable to retort. Sensing the rapid heartbeats and chaotic spirits of those present, the divine tree spoke, saying he wasn't here to cause trouble but to extend an invitation. Upon hearing this, Yule felt a pang of anxiety. An invitation? What kind of invitation? The others were equally tense. An invitation to what? To join? The blond man instantly realized that the divine tree intended to invite the strongest to join Misty Mountain. Despite everything, he secretly hoped to receive the invitation himself. Outwardly, the powerful figures all claimed they wanted to destroy the divine tree, but if given a chance to enter Misty Mountain, wouldn't it be like stepping into heaven? It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Seeing the silence of the crowd, the divine tree thought his invitation might have been too vague. He then added, "Think carefully. I will help you, Yule, break through from the transcendent Fifth Order to the Sixth Order. How about that?" Hearing about the Fifth Order, the high-ranking leaders of Teutonic felt their hearts race. They had been stuck at the Fourth Order for too long, with almost no hope of further breakthroughs in this lifetime. The blond man felt as if his heart no longer belonged to him, his cheeks flushed with excitement, nearly unable to contain himself. Yule, tense, asked, "Why are you looking for me?" The divine tree was silent for a moment before shouting, "Do you expect me to look up to talk to you? Come down here." Dark energy surged fiercely around, and at the same time, the powerful figures standing in the air were forcibly pulled to the ground. This terrifying gravitational force caught everyone off guard, leaving no one able to resist it. Even Isa and Lindsay had never experienced such a sensation, feeling a bit bewildered. In truth, these two girls were cherished by the divine tree like flowers, never having to endure any punishment. Only Xiao Ling and the divine elephant felt nothing, making her wonder if she had grown stronger. Indeed, Yule landed noisily on the ground, using both hands to brace against the pull. When it came to magnetism, Yule was the best, but that was with the divine tree excluded from the ranking. In his mind, he recalled the battle with the mutated beast, where he had sensed the power of this aura, though it was vague then. Only facing it directly did Yule fully grasp that the gap in strength between humans and this entity was indescribable. Yule felt incredibly small, remaining silent and kneeling there. The divine tree, satisfied, declared that Yule looked pleasing this way. A concealed figure stood elsewhere in this flying city, puzzled by the divine tree's appearance here and unsure of its intentions. Recalling the mutated beast invasion, humanity had been helpless then. With the Divine Tree's invasion now, no one could save them. Suddenly, the man screamed, clutching his head as if it were splitting apart. His invisibility magic shattered into fragments like glass, and he broke out in a cold sweat, exclaiming in panic, "I'll do it! I'll do it! Just stop the noise!" It was as if someone was commanding him from inside his head. He raised his hand, and the space tore open, revealing the Divine Tree on the other side. Was his task already completed? This part seemed confusing. Back to the Divine Tree, Yule was still kneeling on the ground. The Divine Tree spoke gently. "I greatly admire your strength. I don't just want to make you stronger. I can help you protect this fortress as well." However, the Divine Tree added, "Make it your own kingdom." Yule was startled, realizing that this wasn't a straightforward offer. It was a call to switch allegiances, demanding betrayal. Yule would have to betray the Federation and openly align with Misty Mountain. For the strongest human warrior, this was a blow to his pride. The blond man's face turned red, imagining that the Divine Tree was speaking to him. If that were the case, he wouldn't hesitate to agree eagerly. Unfortunately, it was just a dream. Yule cautiously asked if there were any other conditions. The Divine Tree responded immediately, stating that all the mineral resources in the city were part of the deal. Without a moment's hesitation, Yule said, "All right, I join." His eyes shone brightly, showing decisiveness and determination, which surprised everyone. The strongest human warrior had not hesitated to betray his federation. However, upon deeper reflection, it was clear that Yule was pragmatic, wise, and a hero willing to sacrifice. He truly wanted to protect humanity more than anything else and more than anyone else. This protection would be safer and more feasible if he secured a place in Misty Mountain, as it would eliminate the threat of facing the powerful mutated tree directly. End of Chapter 253.